We're here with Cleveland Cavaliers beat writer Rick Noland. Rick, so we've talked about a couple different things, and now it's time for the prediction. We're coming up to the finals. Tell me a little bit about how you see the finals playing out.
Well, let me start by saying that when the regular season started, I predicted the Cavs to win the NBA Finals over the Los Angeles Clippers. When the postseason started, I picked the Cavaliers to beat the Golden State Warriors in the finals. So the logical progression would be to assume that I'm going to pick the Cavaliers to beat the Golden State Warriors now that both teams are in the finals. But a lot has changed since the playoffs started. When I picked the Cavs to beat the Warriors originally, they had a healthy Kyrie Irving and a healthy Kevin Love. Kevin Love is now done for the postseason, and we really don't know how good Kyrie is going to be in the finals. Anything he can give them is going to be a bonus, but I think to beat this Golden State team, they need Kyrie playing close to the way Kyrie has played throughout the entire season. I don't think any team that has LeBron James is incapable of winning 4 times out of 7. I think they're going to be extremely hard to beat. LeBron is playing so well, coming off a conference finals where he averaged 30.3 points, 11.0 rebounds, and 9.3 assists. That's something that has never been done in a playoff series in NBA history, and something that quite frankly hasn't been done too often during the regular season for any stretch of time. So LeBron, they have LeBron, and with LeBron, there is always hope. There always is a chance. There's even a good chance. Bruce, when I made this prediction, I struggled with it, and if people can take any kind of solace in what I'm about to predict, it's the fact that I will be the first one to admit that my prediction history has not been good. So remember that when I give you my prediction. But I went back and forth on this for a long, long time. It's really hard not to pick a team that has LeBron James on it. But Golden State won 67 games in the regular season. They have a ton of weapons in Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, Harrison Barnes, Andrew Bogut. They're just a very, very good team. They're very well coached. They're a beautiful team to watch offensively. And I think because of that, some people are under the mistaken notion that they're a little bit soft, but that is not the case. They may not have physically imposing players or brutes or enforcers, but they were the best team in the NBA in the defensive end during the regular season. And I think in Thompson, Barnes, Iguodala, and Green, they have 4 different players that they can run at LeBron. None of those 4 are going to stop him. Nobody's going to stop LeBron, but I think Golden State is just a little bit better. So long story short, as I was agonizing over this pick, I mean, I've lived in Northeast Ohio my entire life. I would like nothing more than to see Cleveland get its first pro sports championship since 1964. But I tried to look at this objectively as possible and take my personal feelings and the personal feelings out of readers and listeners out of the equation. So what I did in the very end, when all was said and done, is I basically said, hey, if you lived in Iowa or Wisconsin or Minnesota or somewhere where you had no emotional ties to either one of those teams, how would you assess this series? And when I did that, I just had to pick the Warriors. I got them in 6 games. I got them splitting the first 2 games in Golden State, then splitting the first 2 games in Cleveland. That will leave the series at 2-2. I then think Golden State will go back home and win Game 5 to go up 3-2. And then I think they'll steal a game at Quicken Loans Arena to win this series. I could be wrong. I've been wrong plenty of times before, and trust me, I wouldn't mind at all being wrong one more time. But I got Golden State in 6.